What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I want to discuss Microsoft yet again. Just when I thought I was done talking about this company, something else arises and we have to talk about it again. Now, if you haven't heard, Microsoft has been making rounds again in the media and it hasn't been good. Like before, guys, they've just been making bad decisions after bad decisions. The warm butter is definitely on all counters and I would be very scared. Apparently, Microsoft is charging about 33% more for their dev kits moving forward. Now, for big companies, it's not really going to be a problem, but for those smaller indie devs, it probably might for some. Okay, the average price upon me looking into it for a dev kit from Microsoft would be about $1,500. So with the 33% increase, you're looking at, around $2,000, maybe just over $2,000 now from that. So that is a significant increase as far as what they're trying to do. Now, they've been raising their prices everywhere, guys. They've raised the prices of the consoles. All right. They've raised prices of Game Pass, and now they have raised prices on their dev kits. I don't know what Microsoft is doing. I don't know what they're into. This is not a good look from them. And a lot of people were saying that, hey, they don't think they're going to have another console coming out. But since all that has been going on, Microsoft has went out of their way to let everybody know, yes, we are coming out with a console. Do not believe the hype. And they just bent over backwards trying to let everybody know this. So they recently had a press release. I'll just say Sarah Bond had an interview. Okay, she had an interview recently and they were talking about the ROG Ally X and its superior version, which is the Asus. I don't even know the full term of this thing, but it's $1,000. Just put it like that. It's $1,000 handheld, and they're trying to market this thing as a Xbox handheld. It's basically Windows PC handheld with Microsoft or Xbox's name slapped on it. It's really that. Now, the problem with that is, if you guys aren't familiar with how Windows works, it's really not a game system, okay? And especially if you want to talk about the ROG Ally X, which is the inferior version, the $600 version. So it's kind of like the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. So the Xbox Series S version is the ROG Ally X. Okay, that's the white one. The black one is going to be the superior one. That's going to be the $1,000 handheld right there. I've watched videos, I've watched all these things go on and people do reviews. One thing that really rubbed me the wrong way about a lot of these reviews, guys, is the fact that these people who are reviewing these games, most of them who actually got these devices for free, they conveniently left out all of the things that gamers would hate about trying to play this device, guys.
Shit, my nigga, please.
I talked about it extensively about my Steam Deck because I'm a console gamer, and when I switched over and started using the Steam Deck, I was really taken aback because I'm used to just, hey, putting the game in, playing the game, getting right to it. I was not used to going through extra options and pages and downloading this and updating that. The Steam Deck had a few things that needed to be done if you wanted it optimized for your entertainment. But once you got done with that, it was cool. It took me all day to get that shit figured out. Okay. And I was frustrated. I'm not going to lie to you. And a lot of people felt the same way who were just getting into the Steam Deck and trying to figure all that stuff out, especially if you were a console player before. And a lot of people, let alone they gave it back. They sent it back. They got the refund back. They gave up trying to just get that thing to work. Imagine that. But imagine that tenfold when it comes to the ROG Ally X. Now, what people didn't tell you, what Microsoft isn't telling you, is that this thing is basically a PC and it acts as such. This thing is completely bloated. Okay. And what I mean by that, I mean that for you to even get to the games on this device, you're going to have to go through all kinds of shit. If you're thinking about buying this for a child for Christmas or something like that, it's going to be a rude awakening. I'm telling you that right now. When he's trying or she's trying to play this, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare. I'm telling you right now. It takes hours to set this thing up. You have to go through extensive updates, multiple updates from different operating systems within this device, guys, just to play your games. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. I advise anybody who watches this video to go check out a review of somebody who did not receive this for free. Go to somebody who actually had this and used their own money and reviewed it so that they can keep it real and tell you the truth, guys. Whenever somebody's paid, and it never works out because there's this game that the industry plays with these reviewers, guys, where they get free shit. And then as getting free shit, they tread lightly. Okay, so if there's something they don't like about this, device, they're not going to really hound on it. per se. All right. They're going to kind of run around the mulberry bush. They're going to play lollipop games. All right. They're going to get on their knees. They may grab some knee pads as well. And they're going to caress someone's stick. Okay. That's usually how that works. So you really want to know what's going on. Go check out somebody who didn't get it free. Go check out a reviewer who is not paid or has not been given a device. Okay. And then you can get the actual truth about it, because what happens is these people get these devices early, weeks sometimes, in fact. So they have time to figure all this out, work through all the kinks, and it's probably taking them hours, if not days, to get to the bottom of where they need to get to. And then once they figure it all out, then they go and hit the review, and they make it seem like it's just so easy and simple. They leave out all the negative things about it, and there you go. There's your review, right? So if you're an average consumer who know nothing about this type of stuff and you get this device, guys, you end up just turning it back in because you don't know how to make it work, because most people are casual. Most gamers are casual gamers, right? They see this, they're going to see the box, and they're going to say, oh, Xbox. So I can just, pick this up, turn it on and play Xbox games. No, you cannot. That is not how it works. Okay. So just do your due diligence when you're thinking about, or if you're thinking about picking up this ROG Ally. Okay. Because this is definitely not worth it. And they also compared it to the Steam Deck, and it's actually inferior to the Steam Deck. It's inferior to the Steam Deck, and a lot of reasons it is inferior to the Steam Deck is because of that fucking Windows operating system on this machine. With the bloat of all of those apps, guys, that is wearing down the progression or the progress of this console. So it's basically working overtime just to keep up and run games at a stable rate, because it's having to deal with all these other operating systems on this console. This is what I don't understand from Xbox. All this money that they have, guys, all these resources that they have unlimited resources. And you mean to tell me that these guys could not have an optimized handheld and get this shit correct? I don't understand. I'm lost. And now you're going to hear them say, okay, weeks down the line, guys, you're going to hear people complaining. They're going to be shitting all over Xbox like before. And then Xbox is going to have a meeting and say, look, we got to have an update. And it'll be extensive updates. And before it's all said and done, guys, it'll probably take 6 months to a year before this thing starts to run better and it's better optimized, which they should have taken care of before they even released this stuff. See, I don't want to pay $600 or $1,000 plus to be a beta tester, to basically go through all the hurt and all the pain while you guys take your time figuring shit out when you could have done it before. There's no excuse for why Xbox or why Microsoft didn't have this stuff taken care of, in my opinion, because they have the resources, they have the money. Or maybe they don't, because they spend so much of it buying up all these studios and then axing every studio, killing every project. And now they're in the hole and they have to figure out a way to make that money back. Hence the raise in the console prices. Also, let's not forget Game Pass as well. Let's not also forget what I just talked about earlier, which is the dev kits, which has went up 33% plus. So there's a lot of shit here on the table. And please don't get it twisted. That butter is definitely on that counter as well.
Smooth like butter.
And they're using it. If you buy this ROG Ally X, just be prepared, okay? Because this definitely comes with a tub of warm butter. I, for the life of me, can't figure out what is going on in Microsoft's head. I don't know who is making these decisions, guys, in these boardrooms, but it's terrible. It's terrible. Whoever is making these decisions is terrible. Why buy all these studios only to kill them? I don't understand it. Why? And now you're coming out supposedly with another system, and it's supposed to be top of the line. Okay, Sarah Bond was talking about this. She said, I can't say too much, but basically this is going to be a premier system. Everybody can put two and two together. They know they're going to try to go with some kind of hybrid thing, and it's going to be probably, around $1,000 for that as well, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted $1,200 for it. Okay, so I'd say $800 on the low end, $1,200 on the high end. That's just what I think is going to happen if it comes out. Okay, because everybody says, oh yeah, look, they're out here, they're saying the console's coming, this and that. They can say that, but how many times has Microsoft told you something and then went against the grain? How many times has Microsoft told you this was coming out, that was happening, and then it didn't happen? How many times has Microsoft told you we have a great game from this great studio, and then weeks later they kill that studio? This is the only reason I'm bringing this up, because trust me, guys, if they didn't do any of those things, I'd have no reason to think the way I'm thinking right now. Completely going third party, all their games eventually just going everywhere, multi-platform. Why? That's all I'm saying. Just think about the past and don't be surprised if they slap you in the face in the present. That's all I'm telling you. And I'm not just shitting on Xbox for the sake of shitting on Xbox. That's what, if you think that, you're smoking sherm sticks. And I say that because I have 2 Xboxes in this household. I play Xbox. Okay, I'm about to go play Ninja Gaiden 4 right now on Game Pass. And I told you guys before, if you watch my old videos, the reason why I still have Game Pass for $30 a month is because I have a 12-year-old son who loves his Xbox. That's the only console he's known. That's the only ecosystem he's known. Ever since he was 8 years old, he got his first Xbox One, and he's been integrated ever since. So by obligation, I technically have to keep Xbox. I don't have to, but I am, because that's his thing. That's what he enjoys. So I'm going to keep it. I also have an Xbox myself, so I do definitely cherry pick games that I want to play. Expedition 33, loved it. I'm about to play Ninja Gaiden 4, and so on and so forth. So don't get it twisted. Okay, I still enjoy some of the things that they provide, but I'm not going to sit here and run around the mulberry bush and play lollipop games when I see what's happening here. I'm not going to walk past a room when I see warm butter on the counter. I see an individual on their back, their garments removed all the way down to their knees, past their knees, actually to their ankles, and strange things are occurring in that room. I'm not going to walk past that room and pretend I didn't see it. That's what I'm telling you here. Okay, I'm warning you guys if you're thinking about this new system. So call me whatever you want to call me. I'm just keeping it real over here. All right. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say. I really just wanted to report this. You guys can get it from so many other different YouTubers out here, guys. I just wanted to speak my piece on it on my channel, so you guys could do with it what you will. With that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.